What's up, people? Today we're gonna do a quick sandwich for lunch, 10 minutes or less. So I have my multi-grain sourdough right here. We're gonna just add a little bit of butter to it. Get this in the oven under the broil. All right, and the idea here is to make something really quick, super easy, packed with some delicious goodness, right? So bread's good to go. Slide that into the oven. I have 2 saute pans on in the back. All right, one for my mushrooms, onions, peppers, and the other for my eggs. So this is a house-made version of just eggs. So basically mung beans, seasonings, spices, all that good stuff blended to perfection. So that's what we're using, right? I have some fresh oyster mushrooms, jalapenos, red peppers, and red onions. And some fresh arugula, of course. Can't go wrong with that, all right? So pans it down. We're gonna crank up the heat of the pans. All right, we're gonna get our onions in first. All right, we're gonna crank it up just to bring out a little bit of the caramelization. And once we do that,
you look good, chef.
You're so sweet. All right, so we're cranking that up. So once that's going, I like to add in my mushrooms as well. We want to get some of that surface space, right? So to our mushrooms and peppers, we're gonna add a little bit of sea salt. Turn this down because, sometimes my smoke detector gets a little funky. All right, give it a toss. All right, put that back on the fire. Let's check the bread. The bread is beautiful. Turn the oven off, and now we can add our peppers, right? And then we'll go with a little bit more seasoning. So we're gonna grab our egg, our chef's egg, and we're gonna just pour it into the pan, right? And I like to drizzle it around like that. This allows me to not use too much of the egg, but cover the whole surface bottom. So we'll let that go. We'll add a little bit of seasoning to our egg, not a lot. Fresh cracked pepper. Now, let's give these babies a toss right here. All right, we're looking for beautiful caramelization, all right? Spread it back out. See, not a lot of movement going on. We want to keep everything in there so it's nice and caramelized. You understand what I'm saying? We'll let that go. Our egg is literally 97% cooked right now on one side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove it so we can flip it over and finish this, all right? Now, since we're making a nuanced egg sandwich, right, that is completely plant-based, we're gonna, do things a little differently. All right, there we go. Separating real nice. Look at that. Look at that beautiful color, right? See that? So we don't want to completely fold it over yet. We take our tasty caramelized vegetables. And what we want to do, we will add it. So basically an omelet of sorts, right? Add this to it, and then we can fold this over, get that ready. Let's get our bread. Quick sandwich, all just to do. So a little bit of vegan mayonnaise. Sometimes I like to get fancy and I like to make my own. Today, since we're doing a quick lunch, we're gonna use what we got, you know what I mean? So some mayo down. I like to add a little bit of mustard as well. The French's, it goes really good with this. So after that, folded eggs and mushroom, onion, pepper mix. All right. Yes. Look at that. Okay. Then we're gonna go with our jalapenos, fresh, right? And we're gonna add a little bit of sweetness to it as well, right? Because we're gonna do sweet jalapenos. So this just adds a nice depth to our salad sandwich. Last but not least, I like to take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and just kind of pour it over my arugula, just like that. Just a light drizzle, and then finish with a little fresh cracked black pepper. I'm telling you, works wonders. This right on top, and then boom, look at that. Lunchtime, right? So, cut this in half so you can see what the middle looks like. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. So good. All right. So, until next time.